Welcome to WWP Clips. This is the official Clips channel for We Want Picks. We'll be uploading our individual fight breakdown videos here, so make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. And as always, go to wewantpicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. Next up, at UFC Vegas 57, we have Thiago Moises taking on Christos Giagos. Thiago Moises is 15-6 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off 2 losses in a row. Christos Giagos is 19-9 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, and he's coming off a TKO loss about 8 months ago. And Thiago Moises is a good technical striker and a very good BJJ black belt. He's coming off a bad loss to Joel Alvarez, and before that, a bad loss to Islam. But the reality is that both of those guys can be killers, and Thiago actually looked okay for a minute in that Alvarez fight. He had clean boxing, he landed a few strikes, and it wasn't until he started chasing, looking for a knockout, chasing with some power and some big sloppy overhands, that Joel actually caught him and finished him. At his heart, Thiago is a grappler who mixes in low kicks well, and he uses them to set up his takedowns. Christos Giagos is a grappler who has proven he's never out of a fight. He's coming off a loss to Arman Sarukian, but before that, he beat Sean Soriano in a fight where he was able to beat him up pretty bad and definitely looked like he was going to be stopped. But he survived, put it together in the second, and he pulled off a Darce choke. He's very good grappler with tricks up his sleeves. He's had 2 poor striking performances in a row, but he does have impressive speed, and he's so unorthodox that even with winging punches, he can catch you clean. And I'm going with Thiago Moises here. He's on a 2-fight skid, but the loss to Islam, that's honestly inevitable at this weight class. And the Joel Alvarez loss is he was chasing. He touched him a few times, got way too excited, started chasing, and he got lit up there. I don't think that happens here. I think Thiago's technical striking can run circles around Christos, and when they get to the ground, I think Thiago's going to be the better pure grappler. So Thiago Moises is the pick, but I was definitely hoping that having 2 losses in a row, 2 stoppage losses in a row, I'd get a better price on him, because minus 230, it's probably still good money because I do think he's, much better than Christos, but I don't love it. I was hoping for a discount. What do you think, Jicky boy?
No, I think you absolutely nailed it, especially in referencing the Joel Alvarez fight. I think he was surprised and taken off guard by the striking of Joel, because he's known as the off your back submission throw up triangle type guy. And when he started touching him up, 100%, he got way too aggressive and started getting caught. I think the length was kind of an issue as well. Joel is a very, very tall, lengthy guy. He was throwing some wild elbows in there. And once he started getting hurt, Thiago was like, holy shit, this guy is not supposed to be touching me like this. He was definitely thrown off his game, which I think is an anomaly, right? I think he was surprised by that. He came in aggressive. I'm a Thiago Moises guy. I'm a big Thiago Moises fan. If you lose this fight, it's like, I don't know where you go in your career. This is not a fight you should lose, because you should have the wrestling advantage. You should have the striking advantage. As long as you don't get over-aggressive, as Angel mentioned, you should have no problems with this fight. I know that's no disrespect to Christos. He's a good fighter. He switches stances. He's dynamic. When he's southpaw, that's when he's going to take his shots, just like those wrestlers do. They like that right front foot forward, right foot forward. That's a little bit of a tongue twister there, but he will switch stances, and he will take some offensive wrestling. If I'm Thiago, I don't think I mess around with the wrestling. If he wants to, he should win those, but I think the striking is where, if he just stays technical in the striking, Christos is a guy that does get hit. The opportunities will be there. Just don't overextend and find yourself with some issues. So that's why the odds are the way they are. I agree, which might be a little bit wide, but I'm a Thiago guy. He should pretty much dominate this fight. We'll see what happens. Thiago's going to be my pick.
Yeah, so we're both on the Moises side. Like I said, I wish I would get better odds here. The guy was finished 2 fights in a row, and I just walked through the caveats for those finishes, but I was hoping the bookies would give us a discount, but they're not. $9,000 in DraftKings. Again, it's tricky. I'm not loving these super expensive fighters because I don't think Thiago's going to get a finish here necessarily, and I agree with you. I think it ends up Thiago's going to showcase his striking, which is very good. It's technical, it's fast, it's clean. I think he's going to showcase his striking, but Christos is tough, so I don't think he's going to put him away. And without the grappling exchanges, without a finish, I don't know if he's going to earn 100-something points, which is what you want out of a $9,000 fighter. You agree? Or you like him at 9,000?
No, I'm telling you, every time I look at a favorite, I'm like, I don't love them in my DraftKings, but I got to put somebody in there, so we'll see how it works out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't love them at 9,000 either, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely tricky. Monkey Knife Ice Strike Line 52-40. I think that's a more. I think last card we had all finishes. This card feels like a lot of decisions. We got a lot of non-finishers on this card, a lot of pretty even matchups. So I don't think this card is UFC Austin. I don't think we're going to get the 6 finishes or 9 finishes, whatever it was.
Back in the Apex too, which it does affect. I mean, it does affect the crowd. Juices people up.
Yeah, 100% true. Yeah, there's not really a crowd in there. So anyway, I do think it's a decision, which means I like the more on Monkey Knife Fight. And if you want to check that out, it's daily fantasy. It's super easy. It's an app on your phone. It's a website. WeWantPicks.com/MKF. They will instantly match your deposit. You give them $100, they'll give you 100. Take the free money, the money they give you, and bet on some of these lines. More. If you lose, who cares? It was their money.
Yeah, I think this is one of the more obvious mores, honestly.
I agree. I think it definitely, neither one of these guys they both have finishes, but neither one of these guys is like a true go out there and just murder people, especially in this type matchup. It is grappler versus grappler, essentially, with Thiago having the better striking. If you want 50 free bucks, WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you.